Hi everyone, it's Denise with Wondubar Crafts. Today we are going to start on a new journal. Yay! This journal is already spoken for. It's already been commissioned. I have permission to kind of go with the flow on it. I kind of know what she likes, so hopefully, because she likes the shabby chic and the steampunk and the leather and lace kind of thing, so yay! But anyways, on one of my suggested videos, someone, a lady named, I guess her channel's Camellia Crafts, and she did a 5-pocket fold-out envelope, and I thought it was just the cutest thing. So I took some notes and I replicated it, and so essentially it all folds out. And you have a card in each of these pouches here. Hers went all one way with all her tabs. I alternated mine. So you can just put some little journaling cards in there. These are smaller. I made them a little bit smaller because they kind of came out of the same paper pack. So, and then I just backed them on those. So they were a lot smaller, but you can put journal cards. 4 of these journal cards that fit in these 4 pouches here are 3 3/4 by 3 1/4 inch, so to fit in here. And then this top one, the smaller one up here, it needs to be 3 1/4 by 1 3/4 max on those. This one's a little bit smaller, but I did, just kind of, like I said, I used paper out of the paper pack to kind of replicate what I wanted it to do. So, and the great thing is it just uses, other than your journaling cards, which I like using the ones that kind of come in the paper packs, if you can do them because they kind of coordinate. You just need 1 sheet of paper, 12 by 12 inch paper to make this. So really what you're going to need is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, 12 by 12 sheet of paper, some journaling, some other paper to make whatever you're going to use for your journaling cards, some scrap paper to make the little string holder. This one I used wax string. If you don't have wax string, you can use like upholstery thread and run it through those little wax tabs. You know, the ones that you put in that melt, the meltable ones, and just run it through there a couple times. It'll put wax on the thread and kind of give the same effect. Or you can just use baker's twine, whatever you want, but this is a lot thinner. I got this out of my bookbinding kit, but I don't use it in my bookbinding. I actually use upholstery thread. I prefer that because it's just a little bit thinner. So, and then you're going to need scrap to make the circles that hold the brad, right, or where your thread can go through, and a brad, so decorative one, whatever you want to do. A pokey tool or a punch, pencil, glue, bone folder, ink, and if you're going to make journaling cards, something to round it with, whatever. I thought I had a 1 inch. Apparently I did not. I have 1 1/2 to 2 1/2. So I drove all the way to Hobby Lobby this morning to get this because I wanted a smaller hole for this one. This one I'm just going to keep for my template in my little booklet. Here, see, this is one I made using Crafty Cat's Winter Wonderland, I think was her digital. I made a little scrapbook, and I keep all my notes and stuff and all my little templates and stuff in here. So kind of cool. Anyway, There's a video on that one if you want to go back a bit and watch that too. So let's get started. But yeah, I went all the way to Hobby Lobby for this and ended up getting a lot more. I bought a paper pack, which this one I'm using is the Paper Studio. They had all their Paper Studio stuff 50% off. So that is what I like to buy my paper. It is single-sided, but this one has 180 sheets. So you got 3 of each sheet. I like the fact that it is, it's very Victorian. So it's kind of more along the lines that I like, and it's not overly bright. So I took a sheet out of that, actually 2 sheets. One of the sheets has squares in there to make, and they're really cute. See, I started making some other stuff, but I'm going to use these particular ones as my journaling cards in there. And then I took the 5th one and I backed it, and I'm going to fold it in half. So you still have one in there, and it's kind of, you can open it up and journal in it. So, and some other scrappy stuff to make the holes. If you're going to use directional, you need to pay attention to how you lay your directional pieces out, because otherwise, when you fold it up, see, this one isn't really directional. I mean, it is, but it isn't. So the flowers can kind of go in either direction. So when you fold it up, it doesn't look like it's backwards. But if you put it in the wrong way, if it's directional, you got to put it in the opposite way. So, okay. So let me find my little notebook here. Okay, so we are going to need a scoreboard and a cutter. My scoreboard does cut, but I don't like the way it cuts. I never cut even on those. I don't know why. I just don't. So you're going to need to cut these, this 12 by 12 into 4 by 12, 3 4 by 12 strips at first. So here. I've got my big one too. I like the big one, but it's so heavy. But once I get my other craft room all set up, I'll have a cutting table that I'll have cutting for fabric, for all this stuff. All my other stuff will be set up for that. Yay! Okay, so now that you've got 3 that are 4 inch across, and you want to make sure that they are 4 inches, or at least they're all the same. So if you need to take, see, I need to trim a little bit here because they are not quite, I don't know. I think it's because this thing is off here. Do you know what I mean? So like it's hard to line that up. You know what I'm saying? Shooty doody. It's a shooty doody. Okay, so try and get that as even as possible. Doesn't have to be 100% perfect, because you can always trim it too if you find that you're over a little bit. It's not a big deal. So now 2 of these you'll take and cut 4 inches off of them. Off the top, off the bottom, it don't matter. Just 4 inches. Right. So you'll have 2 4x4s, 2 8x4s, and 1 12x4 sheet. All right, so figure out which one you would like to be your top pocket. I think I like this one. And you will take and turn wherever the top is, or wherever you're going to lay this. I kind of want it to sit like this, so I need to trim off. See if I trim off. I need to trim it off the top here, so that when I turn it this way, it'll, yeah. So I need to trim off 1/8 1/8 of an inch. Okay. So that this should be 3 7/8. All right, let's see. There's a quarter. There's an 1/8 right there. Make sure. Oh, sorry, we're being a whiny butt today. Don't know why, but okay. So there we have one that is an 1/8. All right, and we will have to trim the other one down later, but we'll do it after we attach to make sure that it's all even squared up. So now the side that I just did right there, okay, I need to mark this one A. And the reason why I'm going to mark it is because I got to come back and put a notch in it. And this one will be B. Okay. After we score everything. So grab your scoreboard out. And you're going to take that 12 by 12, or I'm sorry, that 12 by 4 inch piece here. And get it all evened out. And then you are going to score at 4 inches. And at 8 inches. On the, you want to make sure that the pattern portion is facing up. You can use double-sided if you want, but so make sure that's up like that, right? And it's even across, so it don't matter. And then these two, you will score at 4. So right in half, because these are 8 by 4s. Okay. We should be able to put our scoreboard up. And so now what we want to do is we want to figure out which one we want on the inside with our notches. I like this one, so I'm going to put notches on either side. Yeah, so I want a notch on that. Because I think when I right. Okay. So I want a notch here. Or no, I want a notch here. And I want a notch here. So when I flip this over, I'll do it top and bottom. Here. And then, so 2 inches in is middle. 2 inches in, and that is middle. And I will find another scrap piece, because this is, now you can use thicker paper, but I would not use a thick cardstock because it's going to be, it makes it too thick. You want it in your journal, you kind of want it to be thin enough, you know, so that you can put journaling cards and still not worry about thickness and what it does. So but because this is thinner paper, I got to use because see, it doesn't always want to snip it off, but that's okay. There we go. It's come home. Okay. I don't even know why they have this thing, because it don't work. It just, they go flying out everywhere anyway. And I get little half bits everywhere. Okay, so we've chosen to do that. And then let's see which side is which. Okay, so let's ink. I'm going to have to re-ink that, but we want to go ahead and ink everything. Oh, we do need to figure, okay. So if this is the side that's going to fold upward, right? We don't want it to be upside down. So we need to turn that upside down so that when it turns, it's right side up. So being that it's, let's see, upside down, this will be the top, which will be upside down, but you want your top piece up there so that when you fold it up and over, everything is the right side. You understand? So, because it's going to flip upward. Here, I'll show you here in just a second in case you don't understand. And that's okay because it took me a minute because I made like 2 or 3 of these with directional stuff. And I was like, this isn't looking right. What am I doing wrong? And I was punching the hole upside down the wrong way. So put your thumb notch up here. Okay. So now let's ink. I hope everyone is doing all right. I know I didn't ask at the beginning, but I'm so excited to do a project. Actually do a project. My goodness. It was chilly today. I went all the way to, like I said, I drove 45 minutes to Hobby Lobby in Springfield to get, I could go up to, Lebanon, but if I do that, it's the same distance essentially, and I really don't like the windy road. That in the summertime it's not bad, but this time of year we get like the deer and the turkey and other little rodents that like to run out. So thanks, but no thanks. So, but I ended up buying a lot more than what I had originally expected. I just, and you guys will see in the next video why I did that. It came out good though. I think it will be wonderful and exciting, and I might tell you guys about it at the end of this. So. All right. So this one I know I'm going to have to ink over the thumb notch again when we do it, but I just want to make sure I'm doing it the right direction. So I marked 1A and 1B. So, I mean, they will both, but one will be on the upper part. One, and it really doesn't matter. You could just mark 1A and 1B, you know. Okay. So there's A, there's B. Notch, no notch. Now you only want one of these 8x4s that's got notches in it. Okay. And you'll see. So we are going to take this piece with your notch to the top and let's see, flip it over. Okay, so that your notches, I always do the notch to the left. Okay. And then we're going to glue this here, this piece to here. Okay. And when we glue it, you want to come down off your score, well, maybe a 1/16 of an inch, if that, maybe a 32nds of an inch, not on the score line, but just below it, okay, where it's going to fold. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a little ink here. All right, so make sure whatever side, you know which side has your notch. That's why I inked it. I know my notch goes there, so I'm not going to put any glue over the top of that. But Hobby Lobby was crazy busy in there. Oh my goodness, I couldn't get over that. The lady said that they for some reason they get hammered in there first week of November. She said it's their busiest time. I'm like, wow. I've never seen a Hobby Lobby that packed before. Okay. So now that's on there. All right. Make sure it stays even. I'm going to give a little ink across the seam. And now I'm going to flip it over. And I am going to, let's see, add my other 4x8 piece. Make sure it goes upside down as well in the direction that it's going to go. I do believe that. So it follows the same direction, right? And we're going to glue, same thing. We're going to glue that so that it's right below that, just right below that crease line, okay? That score mark. So this is so you have room to fold. And the reason why we cut that one piece is because we'll have to do a hand fold. And the reason why we don't score it in there is because it's going to be different with different thicknesses of paper. So by using this paper, because I tried it, and then when I used a thicker one for like this the template was just a little bit thicker paper, it was off. So it's just better to hand crease it then. Okay, so ink that. I think these would be a great little gift for, like, if you could put Polaroids on a journaling card or something to give as a remembrance or something for someone. Okay, so let's do our top one, and our top one is going to be the shorter of the two. So let's see, that's the 4-inch. So that's got to go. We want to make sure it goes the right direction. So it's going to be there, and we need to put a notch at the top. So let's measure this out. It's going to be shorter. Try and do the best you can. Right? It doesn't have to be a numero measured to perfection. I mean, you can if you want. It's your project. If you are a perfectionist like that, where it's got to be just a mundo perfecto, then go for it. Okay, so we're not going to glue on here. We're going to glue to here so that we can put it on there. Okay, but we want to do the same thing here. Because this is going to be shorter, you don't know where to put the glue. So we just want to make sure that that's going to go in there, in that shorter segment there. All right. I really don't want to do it on this table. I should have put a piece of parchment there. Because I don't want to have to go all the way back to Hobby Lobby to get another mat. I can get, well, I guess I could get one from Walmart, but shooty doody, these things get expensive. I mean, even when cutting fabric, I gotta replace it like every couple years if I'm just using it to cut fabric. So, all right. All right. Ink in there, and we can ink that up. And I'm going to slide down here, and make sure that our stuff goes in the right direction. It is, and we want our thumb notch here. And this one should be a 4-inch square. So 1, 2. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. I'm gonna do a huge giveaway, like 6 different things. Yeah, 6 things. So, and they're physical items, and I got them today at Hobby Lobby, and I think they're great. So, okay, so when we put this one on, it will be a little bit longer on this end. That's why I said we'll have to measure it, because if we cut, it could be a 1/16 of an inch, could be an 1/8 of an inch, and a lot of it's just the paper. Okay, which way is this going? Okay, yeah. So I've cut it an 1/8 of an inch, like the other one. I cut it a 1/16 of an inch. It wasn't much, and then it wasn't enough, and then an 1/8 of an inch, it was too much. So it's like one of those, you got to get it on, and then we'll trim it. And then, of course, if you have any overage anywhere else, that's a good time to do any trim up that you need to do on that. You know, I mean, we want to try and get it at the exact amount, you know, all the way. But if we put it on this side, the glue on this, then we know it's going in the right. It's going to go on there, and we're not going to cut off the glued part. Okay. All right. So let's grab our little cutter. Actually, I'm going to grab this little cutter here. Actually, no, I'm not. Grab my other. That little one needs a new blade, and I don't want to chomp it up and then have to start a video all over again. That would stink. Wouldn't it? Okay, so let's take, I like this one. It has a little wire on it, so I can kind of gauge here how much I need to take off. Alright. And I do believe all the rest of it is fairly even. I might have a little edge here. You could trim it if you wanted. We'll give it no, I'm not comfortable doing that. I'll probably hack it all to heck. You can just cut it with scissors. Just barely over a little bit on this side. I could have inked it and probably blended it, but okay. So now it all should go in the same direction. But before we do that, what we need to do is we need to fold this down. Okay. So we want to fold this. Sorry, let me get it in the camera here. We're going to fold it down so that it's just a little bit above that fold line there. Okay. And we are not gluing it yet, so do not glue it. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to fold it up. Take our little bone folder here. And this is the part, remember I was telling you, we have to manually fold that over. And then just so I'll cross that line, just so it's there. Okay, so now what we want to do is punch out 2 circles in some coordinating fabric, in coordinating paper, or you know, whatever you want to do here. I'll try to get that lady's face in there if I can. Of course, you'll probably have a, yeah, and then just need another one somewhere. It doesn't matter, I guess, where. Come on. Out. Really? Where's my pokey tube? There we go. And okay. All right. So we have 2 of these, and then what we're going to want to do is measure on here, like where it half and all that goes. So we know that this little piece here is 2 inches, and then it goes across to 4 inches. So we're just going to kind of try and guesstimate that it should be right about there. All right, and then these are 1 inch, so if you stick it in a 1 inch square, you should be able to, that one should get a hole poked through, and then there. All right, and then we should be able to take your pokey tool, just poke a little hole in there, and open that up. Don't glue it down. Remember, don't poke all the way through. Hole there. So now what I want to do is I want to glue this onto there. It will make it much simpler. We're going to put our brad in there. All right. Okay. Pick a brad color that we want. I'm thinking I like the brass, that kind of color right there. And we want to go through her, which right through her eye it looks like. Denise. Okay. And then right through that. all the way through. Then I'm going to cover it with a piece of washi and a piece of paper. And the reason why I do that, it just kind of gives double protection. I've had where the paper comes through or the washi comes through. But sometimes if you put both. So I'll put that down over the top. And then I'm going to grab a piece of, let's see if I can find something in here. Actually, I can use just a piece of this. I'm just going to cover over the top. That's all we need to do. Nice to have that little scrappy tap. Nobody's going to see it. It's where the journaling card gets put in, but it just keeps the journaling card from snagging on the Brad's tongs there, or forks or legs or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so there's that. Now we can glue this down. If we can get our glue to come out. All right. Ta-da. All right, so let's see where we're sitting. Not bad, 30 minutes. All right, so I've already backed and done all I need to do is kind of ink and just kind of dress them up a little bit. I'm not going to do like any major embellishing or anything. All I'm going to do is cut the corners and ink them really. Because I don't want thickness on this. I just want some journaling cards, you know, in there. So let's go to town and start putting some of these in here. Do I want to, I think I want to do the corners of this just on one end here. So that when you open it up, you can write in there. These look like they were like little dress adverts or something for that, you know. So there's that one. And let's see. Got two. All right, so do I want to put a fancy corner on one of them? I think I do. Okay. I think I want to round this corner. Round that corner. And then I want to use a pretty little decorative corner stamp on there. I like that. This way you don't have to, you know, kind of dresses it up without having to put bulk on there. You know what I mean? Like ribbons or buttons or whatever. So it just gives a pretty little edge. Nice little journaling card. I backed this with some avocado dye, that lace dyed avocado, and then some coffee dyed paper. There. Okay. There's one. But these I think would be great because I think they're the size of a Polaroid. They look like it anyway. So, okay. This one, what do I want to do? Do I want to put a fancy edge? Should I put fancy edges on all of them? I think I should. I think they're pretty. Okay, so. Okay. And then we just do this one. Let's do a different one. I wish they had more than just these. I got them at Hobby Lobby a while ago because they're the paper studio. But I've only ever seen these 2 corner punches. I wish they had different ones because they're awful pretty. You know. Oh, I can't wait. Good giveaways. Good giveaway. I got 6 different groups, I should say, of prize. Like, you know, some have like a couple items together as that prize, and yeah, we're gonna have fun, but you have to watch the video to find out when and what you gotta do. So you could do these too. These would be great to, like, if you had, like I said, those photos, if you had like a friend that you wanted to give her some like memorabilia of, you know, when we were growing up or something like that, you know? I think that would be fun. Okay, I can do this one. I cannot believe I am completely caught up with that Margaret Miller's planner. That was a lot of fun. It's kind of sad, though, that, you know, when it comes to an end, because it's like, that really would have been fun to do all year. Of course, you can I guess I can always do another one, right? Okay, so which one did we just use? That one, this one. So we're going to use this one. I really like this one. This one's prettier, I think. I mean, I like the scalloped edge on it, but I really like this one. I like this little card, though. I like her dress. That little edge right there. Bugging me. It's probably not a big deal, but it is to me. I don't know. Okay. So, I'll put that in there. These will make nice little journal cards, I think. Very thin because it can go into a pocket and somewhere in the journal and just have some extra space, you know, extra little cards to write notes or memories or whatever even. And really what you could do is put a picture on the back or even add, you know, a journaling card. There's room in here to put another photo or something in there if she wanted to. So, yeah. Gotta get it back in here. There we go. Ta-da. And see, when it all folds up, you really don't know what it is because everything's so flush in there, right? So, okay, so now we need to make a closure. Fairly simple. Some wax string here. And I'm going to feed it in between these 2 little paper tabs. All right, and then I'm going to tie it off. Ooh, listen to that tray. Delivering stuff. They've been, I'm telling you, when I first moved here, it wasn't as bad, but because of the backlog with all of the shipping and stuff, The trains have been going non-stop. I don't know if you guys have trains by where you live, and if you're having or experiencing the same thing, but yeah, crazy. Okay, I'm trying to keep it as flat as possible. I'm not trying to bulk it up with the knot here. Alright, and then just kind of 1, 2, 3, and then my third one I'm gonna take it on this side. Just loop it once, cut it off. Boop. There we go. Now we're all closed. That was a fun little project. I like doing it. I hope you guys will give it a try. You know, or even try to improve or ad lib to it or whatever, you know. That's the fun of it. But it's really cute. Very thin, you know, to put in your journal. Put it in a pocket, whatever. Very cute. Awesome little place. So, anyways, like I was saying, so I'm going to have a giveaway. I have 6 prizes. Some of them are groups of little things together, you know. And, of course, you'll have to comment not on this video, but the video of the giveaway. I will do that video here. It should come out within about an hour of this one coming out. Maybe a little long. I might space them between. But yeah, and there'll be plenty of time because I don't think I'm gonna draw on Black Friday. I think that will be fun, but you'll have plenty of time to answer. I think till 30th of the month, the end of the month. So, but then that way, all the gifts should be they're free. It's for the U.S. my U.S. subbies, subscribers. Only because I don't know what shipping is like right now internationally, and I normally would have no problem with doing that for you guys, but unfortunately, like I said, I don't know. I can't even guarantee that that it would even get there because of customs and everything else. So, you know, I don't want to take that chance, and that's a lot of money to lose. It's a gift that you would lose and a lot of money to just ship somewhere and it not get there. You know what I mean? So it'll be for my U.S. subs only. When things hopefully settle down, we'll look at doing another one that'll be for everybody, hopefully. But like I said, it'll be fun, I think, and I want to make sure that we do that so that I'll be able to get everything shipped out before Christmas. I do not celebrate Christmas myself for religious reasons, and I know everybody's gonna be like, "What do you mean?" That's the subject we don't even need to touch upon. Okay, it's kind of personal, but anyway, I do believe in the spirit of, you know, giving, and you can give any time of the year. It just so happens that you know, I come back and things are starting to pick up a little bit, and I want to do something nice for all of you guys because you guys have really helped support me even though I was gone for such a long length of time. I want to show my gratitude. You guys, I love you guys. You guys are great. You encourage me. And so we're gonna do that. Oh, and before I go, I am working this weekend. Like I said, I'm starting this journal, but I've got plans. I'm going to figure out some different ways to do these fabric journals that I bought them from Crafty Cat. She said that she is got some others that they're going to get loaded. She's going to get them loaded on her in her shop. I don't know if she's going to have them in Etsy or whatever. Just I'll leave her a link to her shop. Actually, I will link her channel right up here. Okay, so look up at the icon, the card at the top. I will link her channel up there. If you don't already sub, I'm pretty sure most of you guys do. But if you don't, go check her out. She's got these on her. She had them on her craftycatusa.com channel, but she's got some other ones coming out that are different. They're not just fall. She's got different ones, I think, which will be awesome because you can, I'm hoping to be able to do some different techniques with them to show you some different, also some alternate ways that you could put these together. She did an amazing job with the one that she has done, that she used for her template. But I do know that she doesn't sew a whole lot. And so I'm going to do a little something for maybe some of you who do sew or want to do a little more sewing. But I think these are awesome because, like, even though this is darker colors, I think this beautiful cranberry color could be a Christmassy color. You know what I mean? This one here is very, you could go summer or fall with this one. This one definitively, I would say, is a fall. And the other one I have too is kind of fall colors. But I think they're awesome. I'm going to do some up, and who knows? I may give them away. I don't know. I might sell them in my shop. I don't know. But I'm going to sit down this weekend and write out some plans for some different things to do with these. Because I think that these are amazing. They're going to have a lot of fun making them. I mean, she's got instructions on how to cut picture frames and do all that other stuff. But I think that there's some other things you could probably do. And I did pick up some materials. That was another thing I got at Hobby Lobby, was some more materials to use in these. And not fabric, but some other stuff. Some like chipboard and stuff. So I'm probably going chipboard. What? Yeah. Okay. So anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out. I hope you give the envelope a try. It was a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys, maybe it has been out for a while. It just popped up, like I said, on my, suggested watch channel, and I thought it was kind of interesting. So it may be out for a while, and you guys have done them, and you're going, that's old news, whatever. Not to me. It's new. It's cute. I liked it, so I wanted to do it. Anyhow, thanks for hanging out, guys, and until next time, plenty of hugs, loves, and blessings. Mwah.